Hey everybody, it's Mary Agnes. I'm so grateful you're all here for tonight's class. Tonight we are teaching book launch, and what you'll see on my screen is book or music launch because at our recent mastermind, one of our 5 mastermind attendees was actually launching an album, which is amazing. And so much of launching music or anything really is just like launching a book. So in this case, we have book or music launch. So I hope you can all see my screen. I think you can. Anybody can't see my screen or can't hear me? You can't. Marissa can't see the screen. Oh, let's wait a minute. Oh, you can see it now. Great. Okay. So we're just going to start. We're going to deep dive right into this. And I'm going to go over this step by step. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples, some copy we wrote for Dr. Gio Espinosa, who is amazing. And what you can do to thank them for sharing the copy is go buy a copy of his book for $9. Here we go. So the first thing, why don't we just look at 1 or 2 books that we recently launched? And one is Dr. Gio Espinosa, and the book is called Thrive, Not Only Survive. And here it is. Now let's see where he's at. He went all the way to #1 in more than one category. And what you'll see, this is where you see, look, he's still top 10. So if we look at anyone's book on Amazon, you can scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and underneath the editorial reviews and product details, you'll see their ranking. Da, 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 da. And the thing about an Amazon ranking, I wouldn't say you can play the system, but you can lean into their system or you can lean out of their system. Like any online community, they have a ranking system and what I would call an SEO. So we definitely want to lean into the things that will work and support you to rise and get to top 10 in your category. Now, Dr. Gio is #9 in prostate disease. He was #1 and #9. Look, he was published a couple of months ago in February. So to still be top 10 in the middle of May shows staying power for his book. In prostate health, he's still #10, and he's #171 in general, 122,000 in books. So let me just show you, let's go find another prostate health book. And in books, and we'll see like how, so let's go look at this one. Let's look at their ranking. #3, #9, #39. So why did they come up on the top of the list? Because they're new. They're new and they've got great reviews. January. Oh no, they're not so new. Maybe the Kindle edition is new. Let's scroll down to something not at the top of the list and let's just see what they look like. I'm going to see if I can get to the next page. Let's find one. There's Dr. Gio. Let's go one more page in. I just want to see. Here we go. #7. So this is actually a pretty vibrant field. Let's look at how they do in paperback. Scroll down. So there's still, this is a really good field to stay high for a long time. Why is that, I ask you? You probably know, because it's very specific. So the more specific you can be in how you categorize your book, the more staying power you'll have inside of that market niche. So let's go find something that's not as specific. Let's go look for weight loss. Let's look for JJ Virgin. Dun, 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 dun. Sugar impact diet. So JJ's in weight loss. That's her category. And she's #251 in diets, #598 in other diets. Not so bad. I mean, that's really pretty good. Her book came out quite some time ago, a year and a half ago now, and she's doing great. So what makes a book have staying power? What gives somebody really high ranking? There are several things in Amazon that do that. So I'm going to put them on our notes here for you guys. So how does Amazon ranking work? So we're going to give it a point system. So it works on a point system. We're going to say, hold on a sec. It's a point system. Ah, okay. So it's a point system, and you get certain amounts of points based on what you do. You'll get 1 point for a sale. That makes sense, right? You'll get 2 points. What would give you more points than a sale? For someone who sets up a new Amazon account. And buys your book. Does that make sense? Do you know what'll give you less points for a sale? You'll get 0.5 for a sale that goes through your Amazon store. Does that make sense? You'll make a few cents if you set up your own Amazon store, but you won't get as many points for selling the book. How else do you get points? You'll get 0.8 points for 0.8 of a point for a 5-star review. Isn't that awesome? So part of the thing we want to do in our book launch, and you'll see the steps underneath this, is get reviews. What else? You'll get 0.3 if someone just visits your book page. Crazy, right? So just traffic to your page will run your book higher in the Amazon ranking. What else? You'll get 0.4 if someone wish lists your book. Do you know what that looks like? So I can go into any book and I can put it in my wish list. I'll give as a gift, add to list. Where is it? I think because I bought it, I don't see wish lists. Crud. Hold on, let me go back to the prostate book that I do not own. Here we go. And I can add to cart. Where is my wish list? No, add to list. Ah, it's not called wish list anymore. I'll cry. Well, add to cart. And everything changes every day, right? So I think there's add to list. Ta-da! It's the wish list. They just took the word wish off. So I'm just going to say it's added to my wish list. I have 4 items in there. Why do they care about that? Well, they assume the list works. When somebody wants to do something for me, it's on my list of books. Let's look at something else. There used to be this, like all social spaces is always changing. There used to be a like button. You could like someone's book, but it's not there anymore. But what is here? There are social share buttons. Did you ever notice that? So over here, I'm going to put this in our notes, to the far right, over here, are social share buttons. So I can click Facebook and I can share about this book on Facebook. Let's not do that because I want to share about Dr. Gio's book. So it's called Thrive, Not Only Survive. And I'm going to open it up and watch this. Oh, look, it's not there. Here they are at the bottom. So you have to look for things. Like all social networks, this is always changing. I can click Facebook. It'll open up the portal. It'll take a second because it's a widget. And then I can just click share link and it'll come up on my Facebook page. So let's go out to Facebook and I'll show you. And there it is. Perfect, right? I mean, that's just awesome. So now let's talk about how to do the launch. I just wanted you to understand the ranking first so that you know what to ask everybody for. Does that make sense? I think it does. Does anybody have any questions? Do you all follow, how this works and how you get a point? So a sale is only one way to get a point. If you just get people to support your launch, you'll still rise in the Amazon ranking. New York Times is a whole different ballgame, but this is a really, really good way to build credibility and let people see your work. I love the 99-cent ebook. Why? A, people will support you up the wazoo. It can stay really high for really long. It gets your name out there. It builds your audience and put tons of clickable links. So let's just say that. Ebooks are a portal for clickable links to download ancillary bonus material. What is it? Opt in to get it, right? This is a list build. That's why we do it. So you want to make them opt in to get it. They opt in to get your free stuff. Okay, that makes sense to everybody, I hope. Okay, how do I make this to download? We'll just say bonus material. And then if it's on one little line, because we don't have a whole lot of space here. All right, so there's different paths to send people into your launch. One, we love YouTube advertising. It converts at 4 times Facebook ads. Also, Facebook ads are limited to people on Facebook. YouTube ads go out on Google, so they're not limited at all. Anybody do a Google search on prostate cancer probably saw Gio's video. We set it up on a YouTube ad, and if we have time today, I'll show you that very quickly. Then you have the friends and family launch. That is my favorite. And of course, your email list. So let's put that here. Email, friends, and family launch. And what you do is you ask them to support it and you give them the content to send out to their friends because we're creating a viral launch. And these are the parts of a book launch. Part 1, there's an opt-in page to send a free download of a song or a chapter. So before they go get the book, you're going to send them to opt in to get a freebie. I'm going to show you a really good example of this right now. This is my wonderful friend Vishen Lakhani's book. This is the best book launch page I've ever seen. You come in, the book looks awesome, it's gorgeous. He's got a really high number of shares and likes, a great image of the book, not just a book image, but a fabulous background. You can chat with his people. Isn't that crazy? You're contacting his company, of course. So I'm just going to close it because I don't really want to bother his people. We're good. End chat. Now, obviously, he has a team behind him. But you know what? I was just talking to a good friend, Kim, today, and we were saying, you know what? You can pay people to do stuff, or you can just put in the elbow grease. So it's money or time. If you can't pay them, you can do it yourself. This is Google's world. You can learn anything. And it doesn't have to be so complicated. Like, we've run book launch on really simple platforms because maybe the person couldn't hire us, but we still wanted to support them. So this is Vishen. This is his beautiful about the book. These are all the people who are, I mean, look at this. This is great, right? But does any of this sell a book? No. So here's what we're going to do. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. This is now my model for book launch. It's so beautiful. Why? Because this is a video.
We lived by rules.
So at the top, a 17% higher conversion if you put a video about the book. Now, you don't have to do this super produced thing like he did, obviously. You can create a video, just you talking about your book will do it. Do you want to see some of those? I'm going to go to Susan Mead. Susan Burfoot Mead is one of my favorite people about books. So let's see, actually, her book is called Dance with Jesus, A Journey from Grief to Grace. Now, please no one be upset that I'm talking about Jesus. I'm really talking about grief. That's what Susan's book is about. So we're going to go here, and all of these videos, we could have shot, Susan paid a lot of money for these, but you could shoot them without the post-production on an iPhone. Ready?
Why did I write Dance with Jesus from Grief to Grace? I was in the midst of doing a Bible study called Experiencing God, and one night the question said, what does God want you to do right now? Right now. And I heard, sing my love song, and I laughed out loud and said, seriously, God, you're going to have to send me a bucket because I can't carry tune, and you know that. And then that gentle spirit inside said, what's in your hand? And there was a pen in my hand because I was doing a workbook. So I swept the workbook away, got a journal out, put pen to paper, and the story simply flowed out. At 5:30 a.m., as I put the pen down, I realized the story was done. The next day, the very first email I saw was from Proverbs 31 Ministries, She Speaks, Speakers and Writers Conference. Writers Conference? Seriously, God, you want me to do something with this? Okay. And the story began. And that's why I wrote the book, Dance with Jesus, From Grief to Grace.
Okay, so Susan had a really good coach help her figure this out. It was me. Susan is so good on camera. This was done interview style. Obviously, she's never looking directly at the camera, but could she have done this herself? Well, the graphic of the butterfly flying around, all right, but could she have done some version of this herself and plugged it into a page like this? You bet she could, and you bet we did it. So this is feeding through YouTube. We did a ton of work on video for Susan, and I'm going to show you what that chart looks like before we end today. But the video compels people. That's my point. The super simple point is when you get this worksheet from me, set up a giveaway on your website, something not in the book or album. This goes out in the autoresponder, goes back to them in the autoresponder. Put instructions on the homepage. Go buy my stuff and come back. Put your video and message plus the instructions on the homepage, right? On your book page. Does that make sense? Go buy my stuff and come back for the free bonus. So let's look at how Vishen does this. Order now for free bonuses. Does this take us to Amazon? No. Look at what it does. Step 1, go buy the book. Step 2, come back after the purchase. Now I've seen this done on a lot of pages, not as clearly. This is my new template. I am swiping it from Vishen, who would be happy to help people be successful, believe me. Look how clear this is. It's awesome. So why does he have Indie Bound here? Because Vishen is going for New York Times bestseller, and he's going to hit it. So if we go for Indie Bound, we are supporting independent bookstores, and we're supporting him to get New York Times because they count that. Let's go back and see if it's that expensive on Amazon. It's not. It's $16 on Amazon. Let's go back and look at Indie Bound again. Look at that, $27. So, but that will help him hit the New York Times. So the one little thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a list of these books that we look at today on the bottom of our notes. Support the authors we featured today. Actually, I won't put the Indie Bound. I'll put Vishen's page for you. I want you to have his launch pages anyway. They may come down, so you might want to, I don't know. All right, maybe I'll go through and
For thousands of years.
And screen share this for us so we can, I mean, it's public. I'm not stealing his IP or anything. But here's Vishen's book. I don't know if I could spell Lakhani. There's Vishen's book. And let's go get Susan's. Well, anyway, I'll do this before we finish. I don't want to take our time. So if you click through, he has this really simple next page giving you the instructions. So you're hooked on the video, and then you're like, oh, I can do this, and then come back. So you click Amazon. The only thing that I don't like is that Vishen did not have this open on a separate page. Oh, he did! I did it! He did it. When he first had it, it was opening over his page. So his page is still here. I come back. Oh, great, I'm going to get the book. So I'm going to get the book right now. Ta-da! And I'm going to come back to that. So thank you, Vishen. I will support him. And then I come back. I'm back here, so I'm going to put in my first name. Sorry, I spelled my shit wrong. Okay, now what happens? Watch. It's going to take me to a page to download the bonuses. Great. One-time offers. So he's not giving me bonuses yet.
Thank you for purchasing the Code of the Extraordinary Mind.
He's inviting me into a course. Do you love this? Watch. So here it is. Here it is. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. More info. What you get. What happens. Where's the freaking price? Any minute now. This is one of those roll it out forever. Holy cannoli. Okay, so it's $300 for the digital course, $495 to get both. Okay, so he's selling on page 2. I don't have that in your instructions, but definitely consider, okay. Consider selling before bonus page. See Vishen. All right, you guys, so you see what he's doing. Not that I've never seen this before, but we're going to say no. We're going to say no, thank you. I'll skip this step and the offer. Here we go. What a great way, because a book does not make money, right? A book does not make money, but your back-end product does. So here we go. There's his new Begin the Course Now. Thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. All right, so now we're in information, options, and instant access. Begin your course now. One of you, can you make me presenter? Oh, somebody came in, sorry. Okay, so hold on. So then Mind Valley is like, okay, they're welcoming us back, forget your login. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my email and look if they sent me a login, because it's very likely they did. So they are dumping everybody into their mini course. How awesome is that? They make you a member of a private community with a mini course. Hold on. Well, we're not going to go through it. I want you guys to go in and do this yourselves because I want to go back to the launch. So you want to go in and you want to, this is your opt-in set. You ready? Get your email system. Some of my students are so new they don't even have one. If you're that new, I use Constant Contact. Get your opt-in page. Put it on Facebook also. You want a Facebook opt-in. You want to set up your text to join. You want a download button for your website, right? This was for Susan's song, but let's say it's the download a free chapter. That's also an opt-in. These are all opt-ins. Opt-in form. An autoresponder to deliver the free download once they've done it. So this is your opt-in process, right? Set up the giveaway on your website. I just showed you Vishen's, best one I've ever seen. Put your video, explain to them the 1-2 steps. Consider selling before your bonus page. Now we're back to the launch. Ask for help and send out a save the date a month before. Tell everybody that your project is ready and to please send out to their list on your launch date. But don't do it until the project is live. So don't just send it out when you've loaded the book to Amazon. Don't, like, I loaded it to Amazon, I'm going to tell them the date is a month from now. Amazon has rejected our ebooks more than once. And we've had to go in, we've had to go back, we've had to fix them, we've had to change things. Usually it's formatting issues, but it can take a long time. So definitely wait until your project is live. Well, should you launch it the day it goes live? No. You want to do your book launch, you want to get people prepared. So once it's live on Amazon, then I do a save the date and start to get my crap together. Get your visuals ready. You need banner images, social posts, quotes from all speakers with their image. I wouldn't call this speakers, I would say testimonials. What's it called when somebody gives you a little blurb for the back of their book? It's not called a testimonial. Does anybody know the word for that? Arg.
Credit.
It's not a credit either. It's like, oh, I can't think of it, Tommy. There's a specific word for that. It's not referral. Anyway, somebody who thinks of it, just toss it in the chat. And then shoot video intros for social and the opt-in page. So that's what I showed you with Susan Mead. And we're going to show you how many Susan did and the schedule that she used. It was crazy beautiful. Endorsement! Endorsement. Thank you so much for all endorsements. Thank you, Marissa. So I'm going to show you that now, or should we go through the rest? No, I'm going to show you that now. So Susan Mead did this. This is how much video Susan shot. We had to categorize it. Forget about it. It was crazy. So here's what we did. The title of the video. We coded them. Description of the video. The date it went out. The use of the video, whether it was social media, her website and social, her course. Some of these we chose down the road later on just for her course. And then we did this. So we were able to sort it. Did it go on the website? Did it go on YouTube? Did it go on Twitter? Was it short enough? And we would plug the dates in that we did it. This was one of the most serious book campaigns we ever did. Why? Well, this was their legacy to their kid that they lost. This was amazingly earnest of them. So they spent $20,000 on video, and we spent 20,000 hours launching it. And she stayed at #1 for almost a year. I think I'm accurate in that. I mean, back and forth. She would go back up to number one and then she'd go back down and then back up again. So we could literally, and then at one point we went in and I'm almost positive we actually put a link to each video so that we could quickly go find them when we wanted them later because we kept this process going and it was phenomenal. So seriously, God, did you want me to do something with this? Like this was that video we just watched. And then we'll look at this and it was specifically for social media use and we did it on March 31st. So this is an earlier version of this. It's one of the first versions. It got passed back and forth so much between us that there were dates under dates under dates at the end. But I wanted to try and keep simple what I showed you. So what do? Well, basically Susan only shot 10 videos, but these were shortened versions of it. Why? Because Instagram can only have a 17-second video. So these are all Instagram. They're super short. Down here, were they anywhere else? No, because they're only 17 seconds long. Twitter also. So these are super short. When you come down here, you'll see them on Facebook and on LinkedIn as well. So we did a tremendous social campaign around this book. And she basically shot, like I said, I think it was 10 3-minute videos, and then we shortened them. So out of a 3-minute video, we would get how many 17-second videos? Well, not all. You can't use all the content as a standalone, but we edited out probably 3. So we had tons of super short clips that we could put on Instagram and Twitter as well. So let me go back. And then we set up a book page. So there's a whole marketing campaign under that. But let's just go back and look at the rest. Part 6 is get your copy ready. So let's go over the parts again. This is just how does Amazon ranking work. Then this is the actual launch. How do people come into the book? How do people come into the launch? In this case, it was advertising or friends and family. She didn't have a big list. But if you've got a list, obviously, path number 3, your list or affiliates. If you have a product to sell at the end, people are happy to be your affiliate, believe me. So part 1 is get your opt-in page ready. Get your opt-ins set up. Where are you collecting their emails? Part 2, set up the giveaway. What are you giving them? What is your gift? Part 3, put a video message and set up those 2 pages that Vishen has, right? And I could show you 20,000 examples of those. Part 4. Well, we're going to say part 3.5. 5. Consider selling a product. What would that include? That would include create a product, right? Back end. That's the back end. Part 4. Ask for help. Send out a save the date. Part 5. Get your visuals ready. You're going to need a lot of great visuals. I want to put another one here. Shoot your videos. Oh, I have it. Sorry. Shoot your videos. For social and for the opt-in page, also for Amazon Author Central. Let me show you what that looks like. We're going to go back to Amazon for a minute. Let's go back to Dr. Gio Espinosa. Oh, let's do a Vishen. Guaranteed he has it. So we're going to click his Author Central page, and look what he has, videos. What does that do? It raises you in Amazon's ranking.
So the biggest problem with traditional...
So this looks great because it's post-production. Let's look at the other one. Is this also super produced or is it just him talking to camera? It's a picture. It's not a video. Okay. Let's go back to Dr. Gio Espinosa. I'm almost positive Dr. Gio has this. If he doesn't, I'm going to beat them up because I was their mentor. Okay, Dr. Gio Espinosa, videos here. He does, look.
My prostate cancer journey began as a senior in college when I received a frantic call from my dad saying, "Hey, son, I have blood in my urine." And he was alarmed, so was I, because we have a very strong family history of prostate cancer.
All right. Would that make you buy this guy's book? Because I love this guy. I don't think we all have prostate cancer issues, but I'll tell you what. We all have a man in our lives over 50 years old, and they should all have the book. Just my opinion. So I'm going to go down here to our notes. And I'm going to say authors we featured. Next time we do Susan, I'm going to grab her link for us. So that's what I'm saying. In your videos, they also go on Amazon Author Central. Ta-da! Amazon Author Central. And why? Because it raises your ranking on Amazon. I froze my screen, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, don't you hate that? Okay, so Amazon Author Central. Ta-da! Okay, now this is just do more than you think you need on everything. That is on everything. That is like everything. Do more quotes than you think you need. Get more endorsements than you think you need. Just do more than you think you need. Bang out your content. Get your copy ready. That's part 6. So you can see, look, a book launch is a lot of work. That's why people hire us to do it. But can you do it yourself? You totally can. You can do this. This is the age of Google. Anything you don't know, you can learn or you can ask me. So get your copy ready. That's prep an email to remind everyone the night before. Give them the copy to use. Give them their email and social copy. Because you want them to support you on social, right? Give them the email, copy, and social to use. Oh, sorry. Give them, here you go. Okay, write emails for them to send their audience inviting to your book. Write affiliate social posts. That means give them social to put up. Twitter, Instagram, give them banner images or quotes from you on your picture. Do a great video for them to use on launch day with a link to your launch page, right? We're not sending anyone to Amazon. We're sending everyone. Where are we sending everyone? We're sending everyone to the very first page of Visions. We're sending them here.
For thousands of years.
Let me tell you, when do you send them directly to Amazon? You send them directly to Amazon when you're at number 2. When you're at number 3 or number 4 or number 11, start sending them directly to Amazon and say, I'm at number 6. Would you help me hit number 1? So you create content that walks them through your launch. Part 7. So in the content, you send them the bonuses, right? Well, what I do is I give everybody the bonuses the next day. So 2 more emails. Here we go. 2 more emails. 1 is write everyone and ask for reviews. This goes out heavily on social. And number 2, send them a thank you note the day after your launch and give them the link to your bonus. In this case, it was a free song. Your bonuses. We'll just say your bonuses. Here's why. You can't know for sure who bought the album or book. By giving them the bonus, you create presumed reciprocity. And you know what happens? Often they'll go buy it. They'll go buy the book because you gave them the thank you gift. So what does that sound like? Dear everyone, my book hit number 1 yesterday, and I'm so grateful. So I want to give everybody in my community the bonuses and thank you, because maybe all you did was keep me in your good thoughts, but I still appreciate it. So is that meaningful to them? It is. Does it make them go buy my book? Sometimes it does. Does that make me feel manipulative? No, they don't have to. I'm still happy for them to get my thank you gift. Legit. I mean, I created that thank you gift with love, and I want everybody to get it. But will it sell a few more books? Will it keep me high in the ranking? You bet it might. So here are the authors who we featured today. Dr. Gio Espinosa. And this is my beautiful friend, Susan Mead. And I think those are great books to support if you wanted to. I'm going to put this in our notes, and you guys can get this support one or all. So let me save the notes for us. And let me ask if you have questions. This is really the nuts and bolts of it, like to go over the parts again. How does the ranking work? Now you know. How do you get people to come to your launch? Those are the 3 ways. Opt-in page, you need to set that up. You need to create the pages where you tell them what to do and they opt in. You need to have your videos. You need your content. You need to get your people ready. And this is really a nuts and bolts launch. But the most complicated thing, and the thing that will make it more meaningful, is if you consider selling a product or a bonus on the back end. That's where you'll actually maybe make some money, which is always nice. It keeps you in business. But the other thing is, why create a product? Other than that, other than money and list build and all that stuff, impact. Your book sits on a shelf. A course is something that implements in their lives. If you took the time to write the book, take the time to create the course. Now, what happens if you're not tech and you can't create Rizuku, and what happens? Do what I do. I am a tech moron. I teach this class live because I don't know how to do any of it otherwise. It just isn't my core competency. Could I get my team to do it? I could, now that I have a rockin' team. So they're going to do it. They're going to put some of this on our membership site. Some of the things that we teach. They're going to jazz it up and class it up. It doesn't have to be live. Live is a little clunky. Sometimes you watch me search for things, but can you do this? And can you do it for a little money and help people implement what's in your book? Sure you can. You could totally do this. I open PowerPoint slides. I go my really clunky little way through things. That does it have value? Like if I open up my slides and go, all right, you guys, let's talk again. Let's do this. Let's talk about, where are they hiding online? How do you get people? How do you drive them to your opt-ins? If I walk you through my slides, it's meaningful. It's just, maybe it would look better in a really polished class. I don't know. But I'm just saying, my point is that you too can create a clunky little course and have more impact on somebody's beautiful life. And then your book, your legacy project that you murdered your soul to write, that you poured 100 hours into. What a book is? You know what a real book is when it takes hold of you? A book is when you don't go on vacation to write a book. Or when you go on vacation just to write a book. And if it burns in your soul, then you have no choice. You're supposed to do it. And if that book is going to sit on a shelf and not really change lives, that just makes me want to break down and cry. So I love a small course for a small fee with big impact. That's just me. You saw Vishen. Vishen's awesome. Mindshare Valley, great space. Somebody to learn from. His course was $300. So, wow. You can learn from the leaders in our world today for $300. What a world we've created. What a great, beautiful world. All right, that's my whole little spiel. This is how we as a company do Amazon launch after Amazon launch after Amazon launch. So it's not like we're gaming the system. Like, you can't get 200 people to leave 5-star reviews on JJ's book if it sucks. How did JJ get all those reviews? Well, I did it. I helped JJ build a community, and then I ramp up the community, and I got them to do how many? 321 customer reviews. JJ doesn't have time to get people to do that. That's not JJ's gig. JJ's out there doing JJ's job. Mary's job was to make sure the audience left the reviews. So do this. Build a community. You don't need as big a community. You know what you need to get 321 reviews? 321 friends. You need them to buy the book and leave a review. Guaranteed. If you get 300 people to buy that book on day one and leave a review over day 1, day 2, day 3, you will be number 1 in category. How do I know that? We did this for Kelly Richards in music. There's no way we're going to be number 1 in music. You know what we were? Number 1 in music ahead of Sting. Ahead of Sting. Sting was number 2. Our book on social media for the music industry, number 1. For how long? A week and a half. That was valid. That made me so happy. So anyway, that's the entire class. I want to ask if you have questions, and then because this project especially would have such a huge time impact on everybody, I asked Tommy if he would do 10 or 15 minutes for us on time management, because this kind of project, people don't do it. They don't do it because they can't figure out the time element. So I'm going to first check. Do you guys have questions? So I want to do this differently. I don't want to poll the audience. Well, there's only 6 of us. I'll poll this really quickly. Cheryl, do you have any questions? Unmute if you do. And we'll do the little 20-second wait. No questions from our Cheryl. Marissa, do you have any questions for us? Most excellent. Dr. Shiroko. Dr. Shiroko has a great book, and believe me. Do you have any questions for us? And I'll check the chat also.
I
So,
I
hi.
have something. I have a question, Marissa. I couldn't find my unmute.
I know, right? It's so hard. And then when you find it, you're like, oh, there it is.
Um, yeah. So I'm in the middle of launching my first book, self-published, and this was very helpful. It came at a great time for me. I'm doing it all myself, and I'm going a little nuts.
Yes.
Um, one thing that you said, which I knew, but for somehow I completely it just escaped me when I was putting everything together, is that I put my book bonuses on a page on my website, and I put the link to the book already, and I can't change it now. And is there a way to somehow put them behind an opt-in on a WordPress site, sort of like now after the fact?
Well, what I would do is unpublish the tab. So if I were to go into my website,
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not published. It's not. It's just. It's not on a tab. Like you can't see it. It's just that they have the link, but there's no way they don't. They're not putting their email addresses in to get the material. It's just here's the link and here's all the material, which was really wrong on my part.
so what I would do, since the link is public and you can't take it back, I would mirror the page so that a different page has the content, right? Duplicate the page. Then I would go back to page one where they have the link and I would turn it into an opt-in.
But how do I turn it into? Is there like something I can use to do that?
So an opt-in comes from your email. Yes. So in Constant Contact, I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to
Oh, and Mailchimp. So I can put an opt-in for Mailchimp on that page.
right. It's a widget. So
And
if I go into Constant Contact, I can show you on mine quicker. I can show you
okay.
on Mailchimp, but I'm not as adept at it. So I go to Sign Up Tools because this is where this lives for me. I go to
Mhm.
Actions, Form URL. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to show you what my opt-in page looks like. There it is. Now, how do I make this work if my page is up on my own sheet? You can embed it. So you can go to embed the code. So I can copy that, I can put it on my website, and it'll feed through.
I see. Okay. Wonderful. So
Yeah,
all hope is not lost. Okay.
yeah, totally. So the easiest way is to go in and duplicate your page. You don't have to recreate it, right? Just duplicate it. Then page two is where the content lives. Page one, which is what they're starting with,
Yeah.
you're gonna go in and you're gonna do this. I'm gonna go to pages. I'm gonna tell it make a new page, add new. I just copied that whole widget, right? So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go to, I think I need text I need HTML code. Let's see.
Text. Yeah, you need to go to text.
Okay, so we're gonna take that off. See, you can tell, like I'm a tech moron. Thank God I have a team now. So there's my thing. So I'm gonna say, sign up here, and I'll send you my bonuses. Thank you. Like super simple, and then I'm gonna publish it. Now,
Hmm.
I'm gonna publish it. This is how long this is gonna take you. Then I'm gonna view page. Okay, so you can sort of see like I got it wrong, but
Right.
but it's gonna be pretty much that simple. Like you're gonna copy it from your sign up tools, and then it's gonna feed through.
Right.
And you
I
might
see.
struggle like I am. Like, all right, I didn't copy it right. I don't know what I got wrong, but let's just see. Let's see. It says add to your website. Okay. Preview the forum. Grab one sheet on how to maximize video on all platforms. All right, that's a good one. So I'm gonna go here. Let's do it again. I'm gonna take it out and put it in. I mean, I think that should work. Maybe it's not
Hmm.
text. Oh, because you know why? I think I have to do it in code. Code?
Ah.
I don't know. This is not my forte at all. But let's just see. We'll try it once more. Update. It's updating. Now we're gonna go look at it. Yeah, it'll be that simple for you though.
Okay. Okay.
That's it, kid. And anything that sucks in an email, anything that accepts an email, is created on your email system.
Right.
That's
Okay.
it. So if you were to go to, let's look at Jordan Belfort. Oh, let's look at Suzanne. We just did this for my beautiful friend, Suzanne Yu, who she's the one with the free album. So what did we do? We went to her space and we created a get my, oh, it's I'm sorry. It's on the album page. Shoot, what is the album called? Songs, Tears from the Heart. Tears of the Heart? Tears from the Heart? Crap. Okay, we're gonna do it here. Suzanne Joe Music. So here's her website for this. Download a free song. We created that. We put the button on ourselves, she and I. We built the form at Constant Contact. We'll click Facebook. It'll take us to the right Facebook page. And look, join my list, click. And we created this widget. It takes a minute because it feeds through. This is from Constant Contact. We did all of this in 2 hours.
Okay.
All right, Maris. Good
All
luck
right. Thank you.
with your book.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited. I've worked so hard. It's like I'm just so proud of it.
I'm proud of you. It is
Thank
not
you.
an easy thing. It takes a lot of courage and tenacity. So let me
Uh-huh.
know when you launch it. I want to buy a copy and put it out to my people.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye, lovey.
Bye.
All right. So stay tuned. I'm going to give the screen to Tommy and I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to ask Tommy to do this time management thing for us. I gave him 15 minutes, which is just about perfect. So we're changing presenter. Ta-da! Yes. So, Tommy, thank you for doing this as a favor to me. I know it's going to help everybody actually accomplish things. So, on your side, you'll need to accept presenter. Yay! All right, perfect. And I'm going to mute myself. I know, don't you wish we all had a mute button? I'm done, but we can't hear you yet. So, unmute you.
All right. Thank you, Mary. Good evening, everybody. During this presentation, I would like to get your input. So be ready to chat in the chat box, okay? So I haven't yet met anyone who is not guilty of procrastination. Here's your first chance to chat with me and confess and get pardon at the same time. So go to the chat box and write I do for I do procrastinate. So then you get pardon right here, right now. So procrastination is a huge time sucker. Definitely, it's a huge source of stress. Just think about it for a minute. What we do try to avoid is anything unpleasant and difficult, correct? So with a deadline in front of us, you know, wow, we run, we scramble, we sweat, we stress. So there is such a huge issue with time management. Well, what happens to all the tasks when the deadline is in front of us? First of all, anxiety comes in. And definitely, you know, all the tasks they suffer, they've been delayed, missed, completed halfway. Again, total anxiety. And a side note here, your anxiety will affect the people working with you or for you. So what to do? You try to find the time suckers, the time thieves, the ones that they are really stealing away your time. So time is priceless, okay? You cannot buy any time. Time is a priority, okay? Time is perishable. Now, what does it cost you? How much is costing you? Shifting into gear and get things done, not shifting to gear and get things done, right? When you are going to start your business, move your business to the next level, how much sleep we have lost, right? Everybody. How many times we just packed for a trip the last time. And believe it or not, it happens. How much is costing when you're waiting for the stars and the moons to align? Okay, so procrastination is a couple of things. The size up is reward and it's elimination. What with size up, you set up reasonable deadlines, okay, and then you reward every time. Break it down whatever you have in small portions, and then preset those portions to have a reward every time you complete them. Reward is very important. And eliminate distraction. So, but just going to the chat box, how many of us we think the iPhone is the biggest distraction of all, right? Just go to the chat box and chat with me on that one. So, when you start composing your to-do list and planning each day with a daily calendar, right, ask yourself 3 questions. What you'll be able to do today, what is attainable, and what will move you towards your goals. And then go back to your task list and one by one put a star before of every to-do list item. And the ones that have 3 stars, start those first. Then you continue with the ones that they have 2, and then you continue with the one that it has 1. Now, I'm going to post a lot of information over here and a whole list of items that I ran through, and I'll send it to you so you could pick the one items that they can move you forward. Okay. So the first thing that we work actually with a gentleman from England, it was 4 pieces. Then it was split, question, assess, and check with a single theme. What we split the day in 4 quadrants, and equally 4 quadrants, and then we put the items that you're going to be doing on those 4 quadrants, each one. And then we question what we could have done more effectively with any of those tasks or projects in that specific hour that we did it, okay? Take notes, right? And then we assess. We put 3 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever time it takes you to assess how you spend your day and check for a single theme, something that you can do. So this way you can check that to make your day more efficient, okay? Working with the same gentleman, I'm presenting with 10 lists, okay? 10 items that you can do, to make your life better. And talking about procrastination, I like the number 2. Passing down personal and family time. This is a big procrastination issue here, and I'll explain. When you don't schedule those items, then you leave items on your to-do list very important for later on, because we like to put our family first, right? So by giving them, you procrastinate right there. The second thing is allow yourself some time every day for interruptions. We used to talk with Kelly Richards. Kelly Richards at one point, she recommended 90 minutes every day of lost time. Why we do that? Because if you don't schedule for that time, then the items that you did to do today, your to-do list, one of those or 2, maybe more, they're going to be left. They're going to be left for another day, okay? So then we go to number 7, embrace delegating. A big supporter of less procrastination is delegating, because you expect to do everything yourself. So you go to the later, you go to tomorrow, I'll do it when I can, instead of saying, who can do this for me? Who is on my team can do this for me? So embrace delegating. And the last one, accept the wonderful hardworking person you are, as you are. A lot of procrastination comes from so much time lost into we are not good, not enough, not successful, and then, of course, things have been, procrastinated. People are afraid of fear, of success. This fear is a big problem for, embracing procrastination. So stop being afraid of success. It's as simple as that. And quit blaming time. Those 2 things alone are big reasons for procrastination. We're not going to do it. Oh, is it going to be successful? oh, I won't have enough time. You know, how many of us have been there before, right? So I have three more slides that I really believe that a big problem is why we procrastinate is because we're not productive. And that gets you into the, oh my God, I can do this later on. So it's very simple. Increasing productivity gets you less and less into the trap of I'll get it to do it later. I'll get it to do it tomorrow. Because if you're productive enough, you have time to do it today. Okay? And I like this expression, productivity is your gig. Productivity is my gig. So when you start getting into that mode, that way of thinking that productivity is your gig, then there is nothing that needs to stay for later on. There's nothing to be put on a shelf or I do it when I have time. Okay? So productive, confident people talk less and do more. Procrastination. A lot of things on blaming time. Just go back and think. A lot of those things that a long meeting, something that's not your agenda today, interruptions, a lot of talking. So consider that as something that gets you to procrastinate even more. And definitely, please stay away from email, Facebook, and texting. That is a big time sucker. And what happens to that? Then you blame time. I don't have time. What happens after that? You procrastinate. So, are you ready to quit this roadblocking behavior, procrastination? I hope I was helpful and thank you very much.
Hey, you were so helpful. Thank you so much, Tommy. I can't see your slides anymore. Wait a minute. Yes, I see your slides. This is fantastic. Could you do me a favor? Could you go back to your top slide? Do you have your contact information anywhere?
No, I don't.
Oh, all right. You
I
obviously
can
did
put
not.
on the group, no problem.
You did not take my class on webinars.
No, it was the last moment, so I went there. So,
All right. Well, I'm going to add Tommy's contact information to our notes in case anybody has any questions for him on this. I really love this. I just made a few notes for myself, especially delegation, as you know, my core failure. um, Add your contact info to the last slide, Tommy, and we'll send it out with the notes to the class. Can we do that?
yeah, no problem, absolutely.
All right, and just to make this complete, I'm going to let everybody hear me coach Tommy, who was awesome. I want you to put this on SlideShare and on your LinkedIn, Tommy. So I'm going to go and I'm going to go to LinkedIn. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Why not just put it on LinkedIn? I want it on SlideShare for you because that's where corporate executives go to find speakers and presenters and consultants. So I'm going to open up all of my stuff on my LinkedIn profile. I'm going to show you. So this is just, oh, that's recent activity. Hold on. I'm going to look once more. And then I promise to let everybody go. I won't keep you late. I just, oh, where is it? Scroll down, scroll down. Oh, here we are. Look, slides for Mary Agnes. I'm going to click it. Oh, because I am Mary Agnes, it won't open it. But if I were not me and you were just here to find my profile, let me just log out and maybe that will work. If I don't have to be logged in, can I still see me? That's the question. Log out. That's what I want you to do, Tommy. I want you to add these slides because they were very impressive to your LinkedIn. So look, here we are. There I am. There I am. So you can't see everything, but you can see some of my stuff, and yours would be here. Your slide share would be right here at the top. Okay?
Sure.
Yes. All right. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We're only 3 minutes over, and we started 3 minutes late. Tommy, this was awesome. Do you have more that you could share if we made this a little
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can talk about email next week.
excellent? Oh, managing email, the time suck. Okay, awesome. We're going to add that, and I'll tell everybody it'll be in the class as well. 10 minutes on how to manage the time suck of email. All right. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to end our class, and I promise to get everybody the notes and the recording. All right. Big round of applause. Thanks,
Bye.
Tommy. All right. Take care, everybody. Be good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.